tonight. No, you can still access the recordings, okay, anytime. Okay. Again, our class is recorded tonight. And then if you miss the class, excuse me, you can access the recording class anytime. Okay, so through YouTube link. Okay, so tonight again, this is our discussion, or the topic is the anatomical regions of the plant body. When you talk about anatomical, we will talk about the structure of the inside of the plants. Not ano ba yung structure ng stems, ano ba yung structures ng leaf, no? So they are the major parts of the plant where the processing of food, the preparation of food happening. Okay, so always remember that before we proceed to plant anatomy, discuss first or study first the plant cell, because that's very important in crop science or in the in plant science. So in botany, no, pagdadaanan nyo talaga ang plant cells and its parts and function. Kasi kailangan malaman nyo muna yung difference between the plant anatomy and the animal anatomy. Okay, again, when you talk about anatomy, it talks about the structure of the plant. As you can see here in sa above na image, no, sa plant. So this is the image as a whole. Just give me one moment. Just give me one moment. I'll get my pen here. So this is the picture, as you can see. I mean, the image as a whole. So we have a sample of plants here, or the follicle example of the plants. So we have here the roots, the main function. I mean, the main parts. You have the roots, the stem, and then the leaf. No. So these three major parts, they have different functions. Okay, they have different functions, especially in the processing of food, in the transportation of the food, no? Magkaiba po ang kanila. They have unique functions to each other. Okay, so let's start first with this. As you can see here, this is an example of lift. Okay, lift anatomy. So what you can see inside the anatomy of the lift. Okay, first and foremost, the outer part, no, pinakalabas ng leaf ay tinatawag nating cuticle. Kahit sa atin, what is cuticle in our part of the body, no? Yung ating nail, no? Yan. That is made of solid cuticle. Yung mga nails natin, ayan, sa natin sa, and then nakadikit sa epidermis. Kaya nga minsan nag-glow tayo because of the cuticle. And then next, we have the epidermis. So we have the true skin, okay, the epidermis. So according to the study, that the epidermis is called as the dead cell, okay, which protect the inside, no, organelles or the inside cells, okay, of our bodies. So that is epidermis, and then followed by dermis cells, okay, so which is attached to adipose tissue, or less naman yung kasing fats ng plants, no? Yan. And then you have the spongy mesocyl cells. So later on, you will know kung sino siya. We have the xylem, yung red na nakikita ninyo. And then we have the phloem. So na yung function ng xylem and phloem, which is lagi siyang lumalabas sa board exam. And then we have the lower epidermis, okay, and then we have the stomata. Okay. Always remember sa ang iba ang structure sa baba din or sa pambaba ng leaves. Iba din yung nasa harapan. Kasi we know naman yung nasa front, nakikita ninyo ngayon, sa mga front ganyan, nakikita ninyo, there is the sunlight na, I mean, dyan po papasok yung sunlight, sorry. Dyan po papapasok yung sunlight na kailangan na plants in process of photosynthesis. Okay, and then we have here, this one also is the inner anatomical structure of the stem. Yes, you can see it looks like a pie. It looks like a pie. Okay. We have also the phloem, as what I have said earlier, gray blue, that's phloem. Okay, pag sabing phloem, that is vascular bundle or a bundle of phloem. Ganon. Daanan, pag sinabing bundle, it means daanan or canal. And then we have nga ba yung cambium simulator? Malalaman nyo kung ano yung cambium. And then we have the xylem here, the xylem. And then we have the pith, the pit. Okay, the pith or butas-butas or holing. And then we have the cortex. Okay, the cortex. Okay, and then we have the epidermis. So that is, sa cortex mo, andyan yung tinatawag natin ng mga tissues na naka-attach. So later on, marami namang tissues na kailangan pag-uusapan natin. Which lagi man siya lumalabas sa board exam. Yung mga sclerenchyma, parenchyma, those are under cortex or in the part of the tissues or type of tissues. So last part here is the root. So you can see this is a root, and then inside the root there's phloem, and there's also a xylem. Okay, and then we have the cortex. We have also the pericycle, and we have the root hair. So always remember, pag sa roots meron yung mga root hair. Okay, and then we have epidermis. Okay, we have epidermis. Okay, did you understand now the structure of the plant anatomy? Mamaya na lalabas. Example, sa discussion ko, baka lumabas sa bunga ko yung xylem sa stem or phloem sa stem. So, alam niyo na agad yan kung saan siya located. Ayan. Cortex. Yan. Okay, so let's proceed now. I want you to have your notes. Body is composed of 3 organs. So they are composed of the 3 main organs. Okay, so we have the absorption of water and so meron yan one time absorption of ang ilalagay nila absorption of solution, ganon. Absorption of solution and ganon. So isa din 'yon sa paggawa ng question ng isang board examiner. Okay, so we have the leaf, the stem, and the root. So you need to be mindful with the terms. Okay? Okay, next we have the flowering plants. Okay, so the flowering plants, hindi stop po talaga ako. Sorry. Ilong ko. Ayan, so we have the flowering plants. Okay, so the flowering discuss natin kung ano mismo lang. Ano ba sabihin ng angiosperm? Okay? Angiosperm are 250,000 species of angiosperm. Okay? Puro angiosperm and then cover almost Earth's vegetation. Ibig sabihin na dominate the Earth's vegetation. Okay, cheese. And then we have also the seed contains embryo. Huwag niyong kalimutan, ha? At saka cotyledon. Meron yung, and then endosperm, which are protected with a seed coat. Okay? So always with a seed coat. Coat. Ayan. And then next, we have the seed grows under favorable conditions. So meron yan, dalawang klase. Under favorable and unfavorable conditions. We have apomixis and, I don't know, quiescence. So later, pag makabot na tayo dyan sa Parthenocarpy, we will talk about quiescence. Ayun. So when it comes to the favorable condition, tingin, meron talagang pwedeng itanim kasi nga wala siyang cotyledon or wala. Okay, so next we have from embryo, the root and shoot develop. Kasi from embryo, I mean, from being a seed and shoot development, which is you, Sam. Okay, and then we have the seedling in due to cell division in the meristematic tissues. O saan nga ba ang meristematic tissues? Sa juvenile stage. After juvenile or so juvenile stage, produces flowers and fruits after pollination and fertilization. Ready for maturation, ready for harvest na ang mga or sabihin na lang natin, no, juvenile stage, no, ano, mga time na nasa ano pa lang siya, vegetation part, gano'n. Nasa vegetation na kailangan, so that's the time na siya pwedeng i-harvest. So, after juvenile stage, after ng juvenile stage, meron tayong plant produces flowers. Yung ano, can you hear me loud and clear? Yung boses ko? Oh, ayan. Hello? Can you hear me now? Loud and clear? Okay na? Can you see my slides now? Can you see my slides? Okay, very good. So, can we
Yes, sir.
continue? Can we continue na? Okay. Kanina lang pala siguro yun. Pero pag nawawala, out ako, tapos balik lang ako. Okay, ulitin ko. Pag sinabing after juvenile stage, okay, so after juvenile stage, plant produces flowers and fruits. No? Ano yung juvenile stage? Ito yung time ng vegetation stage or papunta na siya sa milking stage. Okay? So pag ganyang part na yan, no, marami na yung mga diseases na nangyayari. Okay? Milking stage na yan. Diyan yung time na may papasok na tulad sa rice, no? Mayroon ng mga uh, uh, black bags, ganon. Ano pa ba? Mga Nepotetics vericens, ganon, mga worms, no, andyan na pumapasok na yan sila pag juvenile stage. Kasi kinukuha nila or sinasap nila yung mga fruits or mga flowers. Yun. And then we have fruits contain seeds, thus completing the life cycle of the plant. Not all fruits contain seed. Some of the fruit are what? Seedless. No, walang seed. They are seedless. Okay? Okay. Diba sinabi ko sa inyo that a plant is consists of a tissue. Okay? It's a consists of tissue. Okay. Una-una, ganito yun ang ano niya, hierarchy. Okay. So this is kingdom, plant, buong plant. And then, ang plant ay hinati siya sa system. System. Tapos, hinati naman yung system into organs. Tapos, yung organs naman ay hinati into tissue. So then, ang tissue ay hinati into cell. Okay? And then yung cell, hinati siya into organelles. So always remember that ha. Yan yung hierarchical niya. Ay, yung hierarchy, yung pagkasunod-sunod. Okay? Cells. Kaya nga, hinati siya into cells. Okay? So, yung cells ngayon, pag sinama mo yan ng cells, sila, magiging tissue yan. Tapos ngayon, pag ang tissue, sinama mo yan sila, magiging organs. Pag ang organs, sinama mo yan sila, magiging system. Pag ang system, sinagsama mo yan sila, magiging isang buong plant. Okay? Yun ang ibig sabihin nun. So, pag tissue, it is composed of the cells and usually similar in structure and function. So it is simple if it contains one cell type. So mas madali at simple pag ang plants ay contain of one cell type. Okay? And then it is more complex or mahirap. It is more complex. It is made up of several types of cells. So mahirap lang pag ang plants ay made up of several types of cells. Example, yung mga variegated plants, they have several types of the cells inside. Okay? Mga variegated plants. Tinanong nila, sir, ano ba yung variegated? Yung variegated po, ito po yung example, kulay green, buong green, ganyan, tapos maraming dot-dot na iba-ibang klaseng kulay, gano'n. Pattern sa leaves ba? Or sa flowers, iba-ibang kulay. Ang tawag po doon ay variegated plants. Hindi lang siya buong pink, hindi lang siya buong yellow, kundi meron siyang mix. Okay? Yun po ang tinatawag nating variegated plants. Okay? Alright, so that's tissue. Okay, and then next natin, since we are done with the tissue, so let's proceed to the organs. Okay, so the organs, ano na yung mga organs na i-discuss natin? We have the leaves, the stem, the root, syempre, tanongin natin ka ng modified stem, ano klaseng organ siya ng stem, gano'n. So organ composed of several tissues with distinct structures and functions. So yun, hanapan natin ng paraan yan. And then we have system. So pag sabing system, composed of interacting organs that coordinate as a functional complex in the life of the organ. Okay, paano ito nangyari? Okay, so pag sinabing system, composed of interacting organs. O, ganito. O, this one here, the organs here. Okay, and then ngayon, nasa system na. Okay, ganun yon. Complex in the life of the plant. Okay, and then we have plant tissues and tissue system. Number one, we have meristematic tissue. O, ano nga ba ang meristematic tissue? Pag sinabing meristematic, sa Bisaya, ang tinatawag namin dyan ay udlot. No, are you familiar with that? Udlot. Udlot ba? Udlot. Sabot na lang udlot. Udlot. Udlot, alugbati. Udlot sa kamote. Oh. Yung ano ba, yung dulo-dulo. Okay, so yun, tandaan natin yun, ha? Meristematic tissue or yung udlot. So actually, hindi lang man udlot yung minimin talaga dito sa meristematic tissue. Ang sinasabi din dito is yung kanyang talbos pala sa Tagalog, talbos pala udlot kasi sa Bisaya. Talbos yan sa talbos ng kamote, gano'n. Yan, so that is meristematic tissue. Pero I'm not only referring to that kasi yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na talbos or udlot, ang tawag po doon ay apical meristem. Kasi ganito yan siya. Ito-draw ko ha. So, this is the plants. Example lang. Ito yung plants talaga, ang pinakadulo ng plants. And then here is the soil. And then we have here the roots. Okay. So, we have the flower here. So, yung, di ba yung talbos or yung pag sinasabi nating apical meristem, ibig sabihin tip of stem and roots. Okay? So, pinakadulo ng stem at saka pinakadulo ng roots. Shoot are root apical or shoot or root apical meristem give rise to primary meristem. So, di ba meron yan parang sa dulo pa, like, let's say, mga saging, mga ganon, banana, di ba meron parang shoot na lumalabas sa dulo ng stem. Ang tawag po sa pinaka-tip niyan ay apical meristem. At saka di ba sa roots, mapansin niyo meron parang dulo ganyan sa top root. May dulo talaga. Ang tawag niyan ay apical apical roots. Okay? Apical roots. So apical meristem pero roots diyan siya. Okay? Apical meristem pero roots. So dalawa klase ang ipasa. Tip na ang pag-usapan, basta tip na talaga yung pinakadulo, dalawang klase yan. So we have the stem and we have the roots. Okay? So give rise to primary meristem. Bakit siya give rise to primary meristem? Kasi nga, Example here, sa roots, di ba? Pag tumatagal po yan siya, ay nagbe-bend dyan, down niya siya. Tumataas, lumalaki din yan. The same thing din dito sa stem, tumataas at lumalaki din sila. Okay? And then we have letter B, lateral meristem. Ano ibig sabihin ng lateral meristem? Okay, stem and the roots. So it is referring to the stem and the roots, referring to vascular cambium and then phylogeny cork cambium. Saan po ito ang lateral meristem? It is located here. Ito. Okay, it is located here at saka dito. As long as hindi siya sa tip, that's what we call lateral meristem. Okay, as long as hindi siya sa tip, ang tawag sa kanya ay lateral meristem. Okay? Ano yung word dito na dapat tandaan? Ang word na cork cambium. Okay? Okay, next we have the letter C, intercalary meristem. So saan nga ba ang intercalary meristem? That is located in internodes and bases of young leaves. So saan yan ang intercalary meristem? Example ganito, yung stem ng sugar cane or ng tubo or tubo-tubo. Ganyan, di ba? Meron yung internodes. May ganyan. Internodes po ang tawag dyan, yung linya-linya ganyan sa sugar cane. Diba mga internodes yon? Diba sa gilid ng internodes merong lumalabas na shoot, right? No, lumalabas na shoot, no, parang nabubuhay ulit ang bulaklak. That means a intercalary meristem. Kasi ang type of this meristem is nakikita sa internode, sa loob ng internodes. Okay, so this is the internodes here, yung 'di ba meron yan sa stem, meron yan parang hati-hati, no? Hala, hanggang dito lang division niya. Sunod naman, ibang division na naman siya. So, that is what we call intercalary meristem. Makita ninyo, sa bawat ganyan niya, sa bawat ganyan, okay, sa bawat linya-linya na yan, meron niyang nakalaan na intercalary meristem. Okay? That is common in young leaves. Okay? And then we have also the system. Sinabi ko sa inyo that system is composed of organs. Okay? So, pag sinabing organs, they are permanent tissue. Okay? They are permanent tissue. And then derived from meristem, which have attained maturity form, thus perform their specific function or functions. Okay? So, we have letter A, epidermis. Saan ba yung epidermis na nakikita? Sa plants. Diba nga? Sa leaves. Okay, sa leaves. Ang pinakadulo niyan, sa labas ng part, yan ang tinatawag nating epidermis and then followed by cuticle. Yun. So that is the outermost layer of the cells of the primary plant body. And then it contains stomata. Saan ang stomata ng plants? Nasa baba. Okay, nasa baba. And then we have trichomes or the appendages. Actually, nakita ko na yung video pala na papanoorin ninyo kasi kasama din pala yung sa quizzes ninyo sa kasama siya sa quizzes nyo tomorrow. Saan na ba yun? Ayun, panonoorin ninyo yung guys kasi para for you to have an idea on the photosynthesis at saka saan ba yung dinatawag ni Sir na ang sinasabi ni Sir na stomata. Okay, share ko lang sa inyo sa Okay. Also, for you to have an idea or advanced idea na rin sa photosynthesis. Alam ko some of you alam na no ang about sa photosynthesis. Okay? May alam na pagdating dito. Sige, send ko na lang sa inyo sa ano. Ayan, panoorin ninyo yan right after the class ha. Ang video na sinend ko sa inyo. Ayan. So, ayan ang video na inyong panonoorin. Okay, and then, sabi niya, epidermis contains stomata. So, ayun. Panoorin niyo yun ha, kasi meron doon yung stomata. Saan ba yung part na sinasabi ni Sir? Okay. And then, we have also the, since we are done with epidermis, so we have this parenchyma. Okay. Sino nga ba si parenchyma? So, makinig kayo kasi lumalabas ito sa exam, yung mga epidermis, parenchyma, sa systems, sa organs, lumalabas yun sa board exam. Okay? Pag sinabing parenchyma, okay, found in the cortical regions of the stems and roots and in the mesophyll of the leaves. They are living cells. Pag sinabing living cells, ibig sabihin na sa loob yan sila. Okay, that have diverse functions ranging from storage and support to photosynthesis and phloem loading. So, ano yung support niya? Ranging from storage siya. Okay? Ranging siya for storage, from storage and support hanggang sa photosynthesis and then phloem loading. Okay? Ano nga ba yung main function ng phloem at saka ng xylem? Sir, lumalabas po yun sa board exam. Yes, lumalabas itong si phloem tsaka si xylem. Later on, discuss more about it. And then, apart from the xylem and phloem, so about sa apart doon ng xylem and phloem na trabaho ng parenchyma, and its vascular bundle. Sir, saan po ba located yung vascular bundles? So, let's say, I will let you see a picture of it. So, para makita ninyo ang ibig sabihin ng vascular bundles. Okay? Okay, next is apart from the xylem and phloem and its vascular bundles, leaves are composed mainly of parenchyma cells. Ano daw? Composed mainly ang parenchyma, ang leaves. Ang leaves daw ay composed of, mostly composed of parenchyma. What? Parenchyma cells. It is composed of parenchyma cells. Okay, saan yan nakikita ang parenchyma? Sa leaves. Okay, sa leaves po yan nakikita. So later on, basahin ko muna and then i-differentiate ko sa inyo kung anong pinagkaiba ni parenchyma, cholenchyma, para po tuloy-tuloy tayo. Okay, basta lagi niyong tandaan that parenchyma can be mostly found in the leaves. Okay? Kasi there are actually two types of parenchyma. We have the palisade parenchyma at saka si spongy parenchyma. Okay? So ipakita ko sa inyo yung image para mas maintindihan ninyo. Okay? Okay, so this is an example of, this is a picture of parenchyma. Okay, this is a picture of parenchyma cell. Okay. So that's an example of parenchyma cell. And then we have here, sabi dito nakalagay, a part of phloem, and its vascular bundles. So, alam dyan vascular bundles? Ito po yung vascular bundles. Yung kulay blue, yung tube na nakikita niyo, yan po ang vascular bundles. Kasi po, ang laman ng vascular bundles, dyan nyo din makikita si xylem at saka si phloem. O, sino ba si xylem at saka si phloem? Later on, makikilala nyo sila. Okay, and then, sabi, phloem, and then, leaves are composed mainly of parenchyma cells. So, ang leaves daw ay composed mainly ng parenchyma cells. Kasi nga, as you can see here, itong mga matataas na parang may dot-dot na green, ang tawag sa kanila ay spongy. Ang tawag sa kanila ay palisade parenchyma. And then, yung nasa baba naman, nakikita ninyo ito, yan, ang tawag sa kanila ay mga spongy parenchyma. They are mesophyll tissues. Okay? Always remember that. So, they are the mesophyll tissues. Okay? So, yan. Ito, as you can see here, nakita niyo may butas sa baba. That's what we call stomata or pore, kung saan dumadaan si oxygen at saka yung ibang waste, no, during the respiration. Okay? So, yan. That's stomata. Okay? Makikilala niyo lang sila more pagdating natin sa physiology. Actually, we are now getting into physiology na kasi this is anatomy. Okay, and then we have some parenchyma cells karamihan ng parenchyma cells as in the epidermis na nakikita are specialized for light penetration. So bakit ba kailangan ng parenchyma cells? Especially pag sinabi nating palisade parenchyma, kasi yung nakikita niyo sa taas ito, this is what we call the epidermis, right? So, ito yung natatamaan mismo ng, sunlight. Okay, yan yung natatamaan ng light penetration. So, therefore, the epidermis should be contains of parenchyma cells. Kasi nga, si parenchyma tissues or parenchyma cells, this is where the chloroplast nakadikit or located in. Okay? And then, focusing regulation of gas exchange. O yan. Si parenchyma, hindi lang siya for light penetration but also for gas exchange during the respiration system. Okay? So, don't worry, at least you already have the idea para at least pagdating ko sa photosynthesis or sa plant life processes, hindi na kayo mahirapan kung saan located si parenchyma, saan usually nakita. Basta ilagay nyo sa isipan ninyo that parenchyma, ilagay nyo sa isipan ninyo pag parenchyma yung pinag-uusapan, it talks about the photosynthesis. So it talks about the mainly where the parenchyma is mostly located. So that is in the leaves. Okay? Do not forget that. Okay? What is the purpose of the parenchyma? Is for the light penetration and focusing or regulation of gas exchange during the respiration processes. Okay, so that is parenchyma. Okay, next we have the collenchyma. So sino ba si collenchyma? Si collenchyma is thickened tissue found in the cortex of the stem. So actually they are the same with parenchyma. However, si parenchyma is this one. Ang nakalagay dito, though, yes, parenchyma is a living cells. Now, it is a living cells that have diverse functions. So, integral part of the integral functions in the plants. And at the same time, marami din siyang functions sa plants, okay? Not just only to support, to storage, to photosynthesize, but also to light penetration and focusing regulation of gas exchange. So, that is parenchyma. Pagdating sa collenchyma, if we say thickened tissue, makapal. No? Makapal siya na tissue, ang collenchyma. No? Makapal na tissue, wag kalimutan, found in the cortex of the stem and petioles. Saan siya usually nakikita? Sa stems and petioles or along the veins of the leaves. O saan? Along the veins. Di ba nga, ang leaves, meron yan parang veins na ganito. If this is the petiole here, and then we have here the leaves, diba? Ganyan. And then we have the roots. We have ganyan. Oh. So this is what we call the veins of the leaves. So, ang tawag sa veins na yan, ang tawag sa tissue na yan ay tinatawag nating collenchyma cells. Okay, or collenchyma tissue. Okay? Are alive at maturity. Okay, alive at maturity. Collenchyma cells alive at maturity and have only a primary wall. So, ang collenchyma, meron lang siyang nag-iisang primary wall. Bakit siya nag-iisa lang yung primary wall niya? Because it is a thickened tissue. Makapal kasi siya na tissue. Okay, especially here in the petiole, as you can see, di ba yung sa petiole, ang petiole po, sa part ng leaves po, ang petiole ay nakikita dito. Okay, this is the part of the leaves. Okay, so yung naghahawak ba sa leaves, that is the petioles. Okay, so sa petioles po, yan, it is consists of collenchyma. Kasi ano yan eh, parang ino-hold niya na yung leaves at saka yung stem. No, that's the work of collenchyma. Okay? Parang pinagdikit niya, pinag-hold niya, dikit pa rin sila. So these cells mature from meristem derivatives that initially resemble parenchyma, but differences quickly become apparent. Ano ibig sabihin niyan? Dati, pag bata pa, 'di ba? Pag bata pa kasi yung leaves, no, parang let's say ano pa lang siya, bagong labas pa lang siya ng leaves, ang nangyayari is that ano pa siya, hindi siya thickened, right? Malambot yung leaves, di ba? So it was a parenchyma leaves, but as the maturity goes on, no, as the maturity goes on, the process of the maturity goes on, tumatagal, di ba, tumatanda yung leaves. And here comes, makikita na natin si collenchyma. Kasi pag tumatanda, kumakapal ang balat. Yon. Pag bata pa tayo, hindi pa makapal yung ating balat, hindi pa makapal yung ating mukha. Yon, hindi pa makapal yung ating balat, hindi pa makapal yung mukha natin. Yung pag pinakain tayo, kakain lang din tayo kasi mga bata pa tayo noon. Pero pag malaki na tayo, no, that's the time na andun na yung pagkamahiyain, pero makapal din ang mukha. No, makapal din ang mukha. Doon na kumakapal yung mukha kasi tumatanda, kumakapal yung mukha. Yon. So that is what we call collenchyma. Ganon din yan sa leaves. Pag tumatanda, kumakapal ang, di ba mapansin ninyo, pag sa mga young leaves, di ba, smooth, soft lang siya, hawakan. Pag ginawakan mo yung yung young leaves, soft lang siya, and at the same time, madali lang siyang mapunit, di ba? Pero pag sa matured leaves, no, hindi, iba na yung niya, yung feel, hindi na siya soft. It is, it feels like rough, yon. It feels like rough and yun na, rough, minsan mabaho pa nga eh, ganun, yung leaves. And then matigas din siya, hard din siya. So that is because of collenchyma tissue or collenchyma cells. Okay? So that's best. So where can you find best find collenchyma? You can best found collenchyma in the petioles. Sa hawakan, okay? So between the stems and the leaves. And also in the leaf veins. Yan. Okay. Next is we have the sclerenchyma. So sino ba si sclerenchyma? Si sclerenchyma naman is the cells from the Greek word scleros, meaning hard, matigas. Okay? Are hard and tough cells with the functions in mechanical support. Okay, so scattered throughout the plant, found in both primary and secondary tissues. So saan yan usually nakita si sclerenchyma? Sclerenchyma po ay usually nakikita sa stem. Have you seen a trunk in a personal? Di ba sa personal yung trunk yung sa trees? Di ba matigas talaga siya? Can be used in the mechanical support. Matigas talaga siya. That is composed of sclerenchyma cells. Always remember that sclerenchyma cells is a dead cells. Okay, it's a dead cells that compose of lignin pigments. Okay, composed of lignin pigments. Always remember that. Na example ng sclerenchyma cells is yung trunk. Matigas yun, yung stem. Matigas yan. That is because composed of sclerenchyma cells. Okay, so used for mechanical support. So saan siya nakikita? Sa primary and secondary tissues sa plants. Okay, so later on makita natin more about it. And then, so there are types of sclerenchyma actually. So hindi lang siya basta sclerenchyma i-define, but also there are types of sclerenchyma. Number one is the fibers. Di ba? There are fibers type of sclerenchyma or stem, di ba? known as bast fibers, long, thin cells with very thick walls, often dead at maturity. Example po nito is yung abaca. Okay, example ng fiber sclerenchyma is abaca. 'Di ba ang abaca pag yung stem kunin natin tapos ano natin siya i-grafts natin siya. So process natin siya, ang naiiwas yung mga fibers. So yung fibers na yun yung nagpapatigas o nagpapatigas sa mismong stem ng tawag dyan, na mismong stem ng abaca. Okay? So that is what we call fibers sclerenchyma. Okay? Yung kailangan man natin yung fiber lang. And then we have also the scleroids or stone cells. Ano nga ba yung scleroids or stone cells? Similar with fiber thick, okay, wall, and lignified, may be living or dead at maturity. Yung scleroids or stone cells, ito yung type of, ano ba yan? May best ako example nito eh. Naka-encounter na ako nito. And we have scleroids or stone cells. No, matigas talaga siya na type of fibers. Okay? Aside sa abaca, ano pa ba? Yung mga fibrous type of trees. Meron yan eh. Basta yan. So pag sabing scleroids, matigas pa siya kung ikumpara natin sa fiber sclerenchyma. No, scleroids is like a stone cells. Yon. So pwede siyang ma-define as living or dead at maturity. Pero usually, ang pinakamadami commonly talaga is dead maturity pag sclerenchyma. Okay? So next we have cork. So cork is not under sclerenchyma. Okay? Pag sinabing cork, ito yung outermost tissue impregnated with sovereign or waxy substance. Okay, so I'll let you see kung ano talaga yung cork kasi some of you do not know yet kung ano ibig sabihin ng cork. Okay? Alam niyo yung ano, yung takip ng ano, yung takip ng wine? Have you seen takip ng wine? 'Di ba? It's like woody. It's a woody type. So yun ang tinatawag nating cork. Okay? Yung takip ng wine, yun. Yun po yung tinatawag natin na cork. Pakita ko sa iba, baka hindi pa nila alam yan. Ayan. So that is the cork. It is the outermost tissue impregnated with sovereign waxy substances. That is why, bakit siya, di ba, the reason, minsan, pag nawakan natin yung cork, soft yung cork, right? Soft. Pag, medyo soft siya konti because it is impregnated with sovereign waxy substances. As you can see, meron siyang parang parang siyang pieces, parang into pieces, tapos pinagdikit-dikit lang. That is because of the waxy or the sovereign. Kasi the works also of the sovereign, parang siyang glue. Ganon. Sa oak tree ba gawa ang cork? Search na lang natin kasi hindi ko talaga alam saan gawa ang cork. So cork, what is, okay, cork consists of sovereign cells in the shape of tiny blah blah blah. Tama. Cork is the outer bark of the cork oak tree. Cork oak tree. Gawa pala siya sa oak tree. Yun. Parang dito, pakita ko sa inyo. Kaya pala siya mahal. Kaya pala siya mahal. Yan. Galing siya dyan. Yung nakita ninyo na yan. Yan ang tinatawag na cork. Okay, yan. Okay? So, naintindihan na? So, that is the cork. Okay. Let's now proceed to the system. Okay? Other system, kanina, ang system natin is plant tissues and tissue system. Ngayon naman is, next natin is complex permanent tissue. Yon. Let's now proceed to complex permanent tissue or types of vascular tissues. Ayan. So, makikilala ko na sa inyo sino si vascular tissues at saka sino yung permanent tissue. Okay. Sino nga ba si xylem at sino si phloem? Okay. Makinig mabuti kasi lumalabas sa exam to. Si xylem conduct water and mineral salts upward the plant body. Consists of trichids, vessel membrane, xylem fibers, and xylem parenchyma. Basahin ko muna ha. And then phloem distributes the dissolved food materials between the source and the sinks. Okay. So later on, discuss ko siya more about it. So ano nga ba ibig sabihin ng xylem at saka si phloem? Okay? In the vascular vessels, sabi kanina that xylem, okay, xylem is to conduct water and mineral salts upward the plant body. In the vascular vessels, xylem translocates water and mineral ions from the roots, nagsimula sa roots to the stem and to the leaves. Okay? Makinig mabuti. And then, phloem naman, from the word itself, phloem, pH or pH represent photosynthesis, okay? Translocates inorganic substances and sugars from the leaves to the parts of the plant that need them. Example, flowers, fruits, and roots. Okay. Shall we say this is the stem? Okay, it's the soil here, and then we have the roots. Okay. Para mas maintindihan. And then this is the leaves or whatever. Okay. Always remember, pag xylem po ang pinag-uusapan, it means, no, galing po yan sa baba. Okay, galing siya sa roots, papunta sa taas. Ngayon, ano yung dinadala ng xylem? Ano yung dinadala ni xylem upward, no, pataas? It is the water and mineral ions. So usually po may mga tanong na water and inorganic substances. Okay lang po yun. Kasi ang mineral, pag sinabing mineral ions, it is a charge of inorganic substances also. Okay? So pag sinabing the water and mineral ions is in upward, that is what we call upward processing, that is xylem. Okay? Galing sa roots, papunta sa stem, papunta sa leaves. While the phloem, no? From the word itself, pH or phloem, that means photosynthesis or pH. Again, nagsisimula sa photosynthesis, nagsisimula sa pH, right? Okay, so that started with pH or photosynthesis. So saan yun siya nauuna? It is started in the leaves. Okay, nagsisimula siya sa leaves and then papasok yan ang galing sa taas, pababa. Ibig sabihin, yung process ng phloem is downward processing. Okay? Downward, downward translocation siya. No? From the leaves going down. Kasi nga, ang gawaan kasi ng pagkain or photosynthesis, ang gawaan po kasi niyan ay nasa leaves. Makikita, located in the leaves. Pagkatapos po, ay, syempre, hindi naman siya magsastock doon sa leaves. Kailangan din ng roots ng mga sugars and then substances na galing din sa light, no? Kasi nga, 'di ba, kailangan din ng light ng plants natin, no, para mag-grow yung roots. So that's why yung phloem din po ay magpo-process pababa papunta sa roots. Okay? So there is a vice versa happening on it. Okay? So parang nagi-give and take lang din sila. Sana ganito lahat. Okay? Sana ganito lahat. Okay. Sa vascular vessels, ano nga ba, sorry, ibig sabihin ng vascular vessels? Ang vascular vessels, ibig sabihin po niya, example, sa loob ng bilog na yan, Okay, parang hinati siya into, ganyan, ganyan. Hinati. Ayan, sample lang ha. Okay. So this is an example of vascular bundles. Pag sinabi natin yung vascular bundles, nasa loob na po si xylem and si phloem. Example lang. Okay, so that is, para siyang bola. Ayan, so as you can see here, so this is an example of vascular bundles. Let's say, etong nakikita niyo sa gilid ngayon ay tinatawag nating phloem. Okay, yan, dyan po, phloem. That is the bundles or vascular bundles of the phloem. Dyan po dumadaan si phloem. Okay? So, pag sa next naman, pag dito, okay, pag dito naman, daanan din yan ni xylem. Daanan din yan sa ni xylem. So, ibig sabihin po niyan ay hindi pwedeng, no, hindi pwedeng magbangga-bangga si phloem tsaka si xylem because they have their own canal. Okay? Parang kanal ba? They have their own pathway. Hindi na sila maguguluhan. Kasi they are assigned, there is an assigned pathway. So, sir, saan po ba dumadaan si hormones? Kasi, you know, there's an hormones, there's also a pigment that is, that can be, that can, synthesized by the plants. So, actually, yung mga hormones na nakikita ninyo, mostly, okay, kasi nga, tayo gumagamit ng mga fertilizers, pesticides, ganun, fertilizers, ginagamitan natin yan. Usually, sa basal natin yan ginagawa. Diba? Sa roots talaga. So, ang mga hormones or pigments po ay nakikita, nagtatranslocated din po yan siya sa xylem. Mostly po. Okay? Xylem. Pag may tanong na ganyan, sagutin nyo na agad xylem. Okay? So, that is inside the vascular bundles. Okay? And next here is we have the phloem distributes the dissolved. Okay, the phloem distributes the dissolved food materials between the source and the sinks. Sino nga ba si source at saka si sinks? Okay. Nakita ko sa inyo yung image na mismo kung ano nga ba yung ibig sabihin ng source at saka ni sinks. Kasi po from the word itself po, source. Sinks. Ganon. So, meron yan siyang picture here. Okay, so this is an example of, as you can see here in the slides. So this is an example. Okay, so this is an example of, say, a phloem, source, and sinks. Okay, so how is this process happening? Always remember to describe where an essential resource is taken up or synthesized, where it is used in the plant. The biologists use the terms source and sink. Pag nagsisynthesize, ano yon? Pag nagsisynthesize at saka taken up or synthesize. Okay. Tinitake yung essential resource at saka nagsisynthesize. Ang tawag sa kanang mga biologists dyan ay source and sinks. Okay. Let's start first with the source. Okay. A source is a location in a plant where a resource is taken up. Example, ang water, ang nutrients, okay, or synthesized glucose. Okay? So, yun ang ibig sabihin ng source. Yung source, ba ibig sabihin ng source? Kuhaan ng lakas, ganon. Source, ibig sabihin siya yung nag-supply. Yun, nag-supply ng water, ng nutrients. So, ibig sabihin, nagsisynthesize din siya ng glucose or simple sugar. Okay. So, si sink naman, a sink is a location where a resource is used. Ibig sabihin, si sink po, nagiging storage yan siya ng mga waste. Example, nagamit na. Okay? Nagamit na ang resources na ito. So, ilalagay na siya ngayon sa sink cell. From the word itself, sink cell, ibig sabihin, itatapon like sink, balik sink, 'Di ba sa lababo, ang tawag natin sa lababo is sink, 'di ba? So, yun, 'di ba pag mga waste doon natin tinatapon sa sink. Ganun po yun. Pag may mga waste or hindi na ginagamit na mga cells, no, or any substances, no, doon natin natapon na siya sa sink. Okay? So, yun po ang ibig sabihin ng source cell at saka ng sink cell. That is only unique to phloem. Okay? Nagets ninyo? Bakit po, sir, merong sink cell tsaka source cell ang phloem? Kasi ganito po yan. Ang plants po kasi ay minsan nakakapag-experience po yan ng hydatodes. Are you familiar with hydatodes? Yun po bang minsan nasosobraan sa tubig yung or nasosobraan sa light, yon. Sobra sa tubig, sobra sa light. Ang nangyayari ngayon sa sa plants is nagbe-burst out yun. Naglalabas siya ng sarili niyang water. Okay? Naglalabas siya ng sarili niyang water out of sa yung water. 'Di ba? Minsan nakikita ninyo, hala, bakit pinapawisan yung yung plants, no? It means that there is an exist water inside the plants. Ayun. So, we will go on that. So, may process talaga tawag diyan, okay? So, basta yun, that's the main function of the source and the sink. Okay? So, why is the reason na bakit unique ang phloem? Okay? Yes, Casey Jade, may tanong ka? You
Sir,
raise your hand.
Na-press lang, sir.
Yes, Casey Jade. May tanong ka?
Wala naman po, sir. Pero based sa pagkakaintindi ko ng...
Ay, sorry. Sandali. Sandali,
Okay,
ha.
Yes, sir.
Ano yung tanong mo? Ano yung tanong mo?
Parang kwan lang siya, sir. Parang ma-describe ko lang din siya sa isang parang body lang din ng human, ng tao na kailangan nating mag-feed para mag-grow. Tapos, kailangan din natin ilabas yung mga waste sa body. Parang same lang din ang procedure sa plant po. Yung sink and source.
Opo, ganun
That's all,
talaga
sir.
siya.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. So parang ganun lang din siya, no? Parang yun lang, kailangan nang ilabas ang waste, ganun. Kasi kasi sa phloem, diyan yung paggawaan ng food, 'di ba? So yung mga exist na yung mga waste, nilalabas yun siya. Saan siya minsan sa sink cell and then lalabas yan doon sa stomata. Yun. Very good. At least you can relate it. Maintindihan nyo na ano ibig sabihin ng sink and source. Kasi lumalabas yan sila sa board exam. Okay? Next is, pag hindi nyo talaga kilala, kawawa talaga kayo. Ganun. And then you have the sieve, consists of the phloem, consists of sieve tube element, chief food conducting element, companion cells, we have the parenchyma, di ba? Pag sa phloem, kasi saan ang phloem nakikita? Sa leaves, yon, tsaka sa stem din. Pero usually doon talaga ang kanyang process kasi nga photosynthesis yung habol niya. So kaya nga, parenchyma cells. Si companion niya talaga si parenchyma cells. Always found besides the sieve tubes, moves food in and out of the sieve tube, member. And then phloem parenchyma, like ordinary parenchyma cells. Actually, meron din po tayong tinatawag na phloem parenchyma. Si phloem parenchyma po, ito po yung kadikit ni sieve tube. Yan. Kung saan po lalabas-masok yung food. Yan. And then we have also the phloem fibers like parenchyma cells. Meron din po tayo niyan. Okay, so discuss natin yan more on pagdating natin sa respiration kasi doon maraming ganyan na pag-uusapan. Okay? And then, let's proceed to the lignification. Number 4, we have the lignification. Okay, from the word itself, ligni, okay? The process in which lignin wax is being laid down on the inside of the cell walls, resulting in death. Okay, makinig ha. Bakit siya resulting in death yung lignification? But not necessarily dysfunction of the cells. So, not necessarily dysfunction, okay? Also, for the same reason, used as a generic term to describe the process when woody plant tissues harden. O ano nga isinample ko nitong lignin? Ano nga yung sinample ko na lignin? Dong last meeting natin. Ano yung sample ko na lignin?
Parang
Made of...
siya yung nagpapatigas, sir? Tama ba?
Oo, nagpapatigas siya. So, ang word dito is resulting in death but not dysfunction. So, example, ano yung binigay ko example sa inyo na fruit?
Coconut, sir.
Oh,
Coconut.
very good. The coconut. Yes, the coconut, di ba? May nakita kayo na matigas na part, no? Matigas na part. That is made of lignin. Yun. That is made of lignin. Siya yung nagpapatigas. Though, di ba, pag kinukuha natin na pinagbinabalatan natin, nakita natin na hindi natin nakakain yung balat nun kasi those are dead cells. Kaya dead cells yun. Because of the wax lignin na pinoprocess ng lignification. Ang tawag sa process na yun is lignification. Ang lumalabas na wax galing mismo sa lignin na yun ay tinatawag na lignification process. Okay? Ibig sabihin na process na nagpo-provide ng wax para nagpo-provide ng wax kaya naging dead cell siya. But not necessarily dysfunction. Nagagamit pa rin siya for protection. Okay? So lignin is a complex carbohydrate polymer making up about 25% of the wood in trees. Oo. Especially sa sa trunk, 'di ba sa trees? Sa trunk, 'di ba matigas 'yan? That is made of lignin kasi yan sila mga dead cell, hindi naman natin nakakain 'yan. That is a dead cell. 'Yon. It is also found in the cell walls of sclerenchyma tissues. Oh, kasi si sclerenchyma tissues kasi matigas na tissue, right? And vessels, fibers, and plaquettes at maturity. It increases the strength of such tissues. Always remember, pag ang plants po ay in maturity stage, ibig sabihin tumatanda ng tumatanda po, tumitigas ng tumitigas ang plants, no? It is getting solid, harder. Ganon. So that is lignin. Okay? Anong process sa anong tawag sa process na provide ng wax sa lignin? Ang tawag diyan ay lignification. From the word itself, lignification, lignin. Lignin. 'Yon. So that is lignin. Okay, wag kalimutan ha. Ganun lang siya kasimple. Tandaan. Okay? Next, number 3 is the major plant tissue system. So there are also a major plant, major system. Okay? Okay. Major plant tissue system. So we have the ground. Ano yung ground? Okay. So number 1, the ground. This packing and supportive tissue accounts for much of the bulk of the young plants. Okay, ano sabihin ng ground? This packing and supportive tissue, packing. Ano ibig sabihin ng packing? Buo. Supportive tissue, supportive. Pangtayo, mechanical support, ganon. Accounts for much of the bulk of the young plants. Bulk. Okay, buo. Bulk. Okay. Okay. And then next is, it is also functions in food manufacture and storage. Oh, it is also function in food manufacture and storage, and it contains 3 main cell types. O, ano na yung meron siya? Parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Meaning, kompleto yung nasa ground. Okay? This is a plant tissue system which is in the ground. Kompleto siya. Meron siyang parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Ibig sabihin niyan na sinasabi ni Sir na ground, if this is the vascular bundle, right? So, followed by parenchyma, tapos collenchyma, tapos sclerenchyma. So, that is what we call ground. Okay? Buo. Kompleto siya. So, kaya nga, packing, buo yan ha, packing yan, kompleto sila. Supportive tissue, yan, sa stem, accounts for much of the bulk of the young plants. It also functions in the food manufacture and storage. Kasi nga, bakit siya storage? Kasi nga, andito si, tinatawag nating sclerenchyma. Ay, sorry. Hindi pa sclerenchyma. Si parenchyma pala for storage. So, we have si parenchyma for storage and then functions in the food manufacture also. So, not only in the stem, but also in the leaves. And then we have the dermal tissue. Okay, so the dermal tissue, we have the epidermis, cuticle, di ba? Sa leaves, okay? So this is plant's protective outer covering in contact with the environment. So always remember, pag dermal, it talks about the skin or integumentary system. Okay? Integumentary system. So it facilitates water. Anong pinafacilitate niya? Water and ion uptake in roots and regulates gas exchange in leaves and stems. Actually po, yung dermal tissues in the process of respiration, actually ano yan? Photosynthesis, respiration, transpiration, translocation. Di ba meron yan sa inyong manual? Yan sila. Yung mga system na yan. Yung mga process na yan. That is plant life processes. Okay? So si dermal tissues po ay isa sa mga plant life processes dyan, yung respiration, tsaka yung translation, tsaka transpiration. Kasi nga, aside nagpa-protect siya from the outside, no, covering in the contact with the other environment, yung dermal po kasi is nire-regulate niya din yung gas exchange. Pagpasok ng gas, paglabas ng gas sa leaves, tsaka sa stems, tapos para hindi rin mag-burst out ang water. Siyempre, baka lalabas ang water, ganon. So that's the work of the dermal tissues. Okay, pansinin niyo every morning, pag umaga pa, medyo may amog-amog yung grasses, yung mga grass natin, yung mga plants natin. It is because of that. I mean, the dermal tissues is making the process known as hydatodes. So later on, we will talk about that, how this become hydatodes. Paano siya lumalabas, nagba-burst, yung gano'n. Okay? So there's actually a process known diffusion, yung higher to lower concentration. Okay? Basta sobrang daming water, ayun, nababurst out, na parang napupush, no? Parang napipilit na i-push ang water papalabas. Yun. Kasi pwedeng malunod yung malunod yung tinatawag natin na, yung plants, yun. And then we have major plant tissue system. We have vascular tissue. Together, the phloem and xylem form a continuous vascular system throughout the plant. Okay, so vascular tissue, sabi ko nga sa inyo, meron niyang phloem and xylem, di ba? So, form a continuous vascular system throughout the plant. So, this tissue conducts water and solutes, okay, between organs and also provides mechanical support. Okay, also provides mechanical support. So, these are the plant tissues that we discussed earlier, just earlier lang. We have the dermal tissues, epidermis, and then the stomata. Here's the stomata. Kita niyo sa baba. Yan ang stomata po. Sa baba po yan ng leaves nakikita. Diyan po lumalabas si oxygen, diyan din dumadaan si carbon dioxide. Tsaka yung mga ibang waste, diyan din po lumalabas. And then we have sa ground tissue, we have parenchyma, cholenchyma, and sclerenchyma. O ganito na lang, para mas madali nyo matandaan kung bakit yung parenchyma is living cell siya. Kasi po, hindi siya masyadong compacted yung cell sa loob. Hindi siya masyadong compacted. Parang meron pa siyang spaces of mga fluid. Okay. However, yung cholenchyma, parang madami-dami din konti, ganun. Sa sclerenchyma, lahat ng spaces na yan ay occupied. Yun. So, wala pong nagtirang fluid or opening. Okay? So, kaya mahirapan ang disease na pumasok. And then we have vascular tissue. So, these are the in the vascular tissue. So, we have the xylem and the phloem. Okay? So, that's it. That's it about anatomical parts of the plant. So, do you have any questions? Nagets niyo ba ang discussion natin? If you have questions, you can unmute your microphone. Wala kayong tanong? Okay. So, tomorrow, ayan, kasama yan siya sa postos ninyo ha. I cannot make kasi 50 items postos sa cell kasi I need to also include anatomical parts of the plants. Okay, so tomorrow we'll be giving you a post test 50 items about this mixed with anatomical, and then tomorrow we'll have a class. Ay hindi, bigay ko lang yung JM, yung copy, soft copy in the morning tomorrow morning. Tapos pwede nyo sagutan anytime pag may available time kayo. Okay lang yun, Sir Bernet. Panoorin mo lang po mamaya. Alam ko naman late ka. Ayun, so, and then tomorrow we still have a class. So tomorrow po, ang discussion natin ay plant organs na po tayo tomorrow. So plant organs po tayo. We have the root, the stem, ganon. Root, the stem, the leaf, the flower, the seed. At marami tayong matututunan tomorrow. Okay? So if you do not have questions, you can raise your hand so that we can proceed and we can end our discussion. Ayan, so already 10:17. Mas maganda kasi pag maaga tayo matulog para makaras yung utak natin. Ayan, so since wala na, so stop ko na yung recording para meron. Ayun, so thank you very much everyone for being with me. Okay, join with me tonight until the end of our discussion, and that is anatomical. Sir, Sabado po ba? Actually, ni-request po kasi nila pag Sabado daw, na lang daw, gabi na lang daw ang klase. Sabi ko, sige, okay na lang yun, Saturday, gabi na lang ang klase.